MLW, and we are choosing violence. And swords, there's a drop kick. Take the ride! We kick things off with a 2025 Africa plancha to the floor. The Guerrero Special. Sandokan Jr. taking matters into his own hand. Sandokan Jr. has moved his way to the quarterfinal round. Casual beauty, maybe because she always has that poise. The big kaiju prepares for another defense. Literally caught her by the tail. Hangs on a second time. Textbook bridge. Shoko Nakajima, your winner. Justice knows his way around a trash can or two. Jeez! And now, Hammerstone to the table! No! No! Oh! Nightmare Pendulum! Nightmare Pendulum! Justice can't breathe! He's not moving! Hammerstone wins! And there you see the legendary Don Gato.
You're forgetting the most important part. Tonight might be the last time you see your boy Templorio, because I'm making him disappear.
We're finally gonna crown a new middleweight champion.
Just once. Oh no! Juan told the referee. Wait a minute, no! Oh! Sentai Death Squad!
What?
Wait a minute! The legend!
Is that him?
The combat artist! Don Gato! We are the new middleweight champion! What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell?
Oh!
What is this?
Oh no!
We've seen this before. Oh no!
Look what he's got, Joe. This match is now a triple threat!
Oh no! 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 I cannot believe it! A double choke slam! Cougar from behind! Oh! Riddle gets dropped! Cougar stacks him! No! Damn it! No! Damn it!
Now it's time to do or die, Jack.
Well, oh
Cougar
God!
tossed him into the chairs!
Dijak!
Where are they going? They're fighting out inside the building!
He blames Cougar again for another time. Dijak should have been world champion. That isn't. Hammerstone. A second shot. Hammerstone targeting everybody.
Levántense porque ahorita les presento al presidente de Major League Wrestling. Give it up for Cesar Duran. Y también les presento a la empresaria, a la mera patrona. Ella es Salina.
Tom, you know it's going to be a huge night when the president and VP of Relations start things out.
¡Dallas! ¿Dónde está mi gente? ¡No lo oigo! You have sold us out. You once again did it. You love your Major League Wrestling, and Major League Wrestling loves you. We have a legacy in the making tonight. And while some other company packed up their big show and shipped it off to Saudi Arabia to take that blood money, we come here with the real deal right here in Texas. And tonight, we owe a special thanks to a man that has brought the finest, the coolest tequila in the world. And he brought it here to this arena. So let's raise our voices for Don Gato Don Gato! Don Gato! It's a tequila that once you taste it, you wouldn't like any other one, trust me. Now, are you guys ready for lucha tonight?
And remember that at Major League Wrestling, we don't play soft, we don't play safe, we choose violence!
¡Quiero ir a mi gente! ¡Mi gente! MLW! MLW! MLW!
And now, Major League Wrestling presents Fury Road.
This is MLW Fury Road before a sold-out crowd in Dallas, Texas. I'm Joe Dabrowski alongside Filthy Tom Lawler on a night where the brand new MLW World Heavyweight Champion Mads Krule is in attendance and scheduled for action. Tonight, he goes one-on-one with one half of the Skyscraper's Bishop Dyer. No doubt revenge in the mind on behalf of his partner, Donovan Dijak. Also, the MLW Featherweight Division will be well represented as Shotzi Blackheart sees action against internationally traveled Alejandra Quintanilla. And the Opera Cup 2025 opening round continues. It's Austin Aries' first match in an MLW ring in 6 years as he goes one-on-one with the time splitter, KUSHIDA. And we kick it all off with high-octane trios action as we send it to Rich Palladino in the ring.
The following lucha is a trios match set for one fall with a 30-minute time limit. Introducing team number 1 from Guadalajara, Mexico, at a total combined weight of 288 kilos, Sandokan Jr., Difunto y Barboza, El Galeón Fantasma.
It's Sandokan Jr. in the middle. There's Barboza, Defunto on the right. Galeón Fantasma set to make their MLW Trios debut, but we already saw the one-on-one debut of Sandokan Jr. back at Fightland. He upended Blue Panther Jr. to advance to the quarterfinal round of the 2025 Opera Cup. We can check out the bracketing and notice that Sandokan Jr. is awaiting the identity of his opponent. Volador Jr. and Titan go one-on-one later tonight to fill that slot. But right now, in the meantime, it's Galeón Fantasma facing 2 bona fide legends and one very lucky star on the rise.
And their opponents. First, weighing in at 185 pounds, Dive Bomb, Diego Hill.
Well, we will never forget our first impression of Diego Hill back in New York City at Summer of the Beast. Hill more than held his own against one of the greatest junior heavyweights of all time, KUSHIDA. And even though Diego did not get his hand raised in victory, everyone that night left in awe of what Diego is capable of, to the point MLW President Cesar Duran offered Diego Hill an MLW contract on the spot.
His tag team partner from Guadalajara, Mexico, weighing in at 82 kilos, Atlantis. And their partner from Gomez Palacio, Durango, Mexico, weighing in at 98 kilos, Blue Panther.
Diego Hill is joined by nearly 85 years of combined in-ring experience. You talk about the legends, you talk about the icons of Lucha Libre. Atlantis and Blue Panther are atop anybody's list. And what a learning experience for young Diego Hill. We talked about it. His matchup with KUSHIDA, even not scoring the win, impressed Cesar Duran enough to offer him a contract on the spot. And Tom, you know that Cesar Duran does not please easy. That's a big statement.
No, not at all. I mean, he must have impressed a lot of people to even be in this matchup with these legends like this, with Blue Panther and Atlantis on his side. I mean, what a fantastic experience for Diego Hill.
Yeah, great learning opportunity for Diego Hill, not just because he's teaming with two legends who have such rich resumes throughout history, but because they're still making history to this day. It was this past Sunday at Arena Mexico, CMLL, Blue Panther defeated Ultimo Guerrero to become the brand new MLW National Openweight Champion. Big international headlines, more on that on MLW.com and social media as the new champion Panther starts out with Defunto. You know, a lot of people use terms like maestro to talk about Lucha Libre's most respected athletes. Maestro de maestros, a teacher of teachers. Some of the smartest, most wise luchadors to ever compete. You know, it's more than just a trainer, it's a mentorship. It's almost like a second father. And that's an opportunity Diego Hill has right now to have two men like that, to sit under that learning tree and just absorb that knowledge. It's a scenario that some wrestlers would pay thousands of dollars to get. Diego Hill earned the chance to be here as he's watching firsthand as Blue Panther takes down Defunto. We talked about mind games in Lucha Libre. Certainly the look of Defunto lends itself to that. The ghosts of the Galeón, the spirits that haunt the ship that has done so much damage across the high seas and pillaged and torn asunder everywhere they've been. But right now it's Panther trying to bait in Sandokan Jr.
Yeah, we talked about respect, the respect that Blue Panther and Atlantis are shown. But it doesn't look to me like El Galeón Fantasma shows any reverence for him. Crowd loves them some Blue Panther.
No doubt about that. Blue Panther has been one of the most popular athletes anywhere we have gone over the past year plus, and that's across the United States. That's certainly into Mexico as well for 4 decades plus, as Defunto, third generation himself. Nice takedown. And we're seeing a little bit of that Llave style, the Lucha Libre mat wrestling-based approach of Defunto.
And of course, Blue Panther, a master of that style.
And that's the thing, a lot of people, when they think Lucha Libre, their mind immediately goes to the air. It goes to the quickness, but there's a whole different subsect of that as well. As you see Barboza, I believe the youngest member of the trio, comes in and picks his spot. And you can see this trio does as they want, as they please. That is not a legal maneuver in US or Lucha Libre rules.
You were touching on the Llave style earlier, Joe, and
yeah,
you know, it's very submission-heavy based. A lot of people think of high-flying Lucha Libre, but some of the best submission wrestlers in the world come out of Lucha Libre, and I mean, some of them are in this match.
That's true. I mean, you think about some of the contemporaries from years gone by. Negro Navarro comes to mind as one. So many that, well, wait a minute, there's a reversal by Panther, who unloads on Defunto. I would say those chops will stop your heart, but maybe Defunto beat us to that. Barboza tagged in. And Diego Hill, the dive bomb. 6-year pro, basing his career in North Carolina.
Well, he could be the X factor in this match, you know. The rest of these guys are somewhat familiar with each other, but Diego Hill coming in as a newcomer, this is his chance.
And I'm sure Diego's watched and studied his share of Lucha Libre. Oh, and he knows how to hit too. Hurt his own hand.
That chop, that overhand chop, a staple of Lucha Libre, and Diego stapled that one right to the chest of Barboza.
Diego's got Puerto Rican heritage. When Cesar Duran offered Diego that contract, Diego only had 3 words. Es mi tiempo. It's my time. His chance to live up to it here as he goes toe-to-toe with Barboza. Up and over, creates distance, catches the foot of Diego, who lands on his feet. Nice agility. Underneath goes Barboza. Pinning attempt, reversal by Diego. Back and forth wrestling. And Diego.
A great mix of the high-flying and Yave action here with these two.
Diego showed that great vertical leap. And now his quickness to stay on top of Barboza, who turns things back around. Wow. What an exchange, and not to diminish anything we just saw, my eyes immediately go to the upper chest of Barboza because the after effects of Diego's strike as Diego hits the Tijeras are very much prevalent.
Sandokan Jr. just got some of Diego Hill's foot there.
You know Sandokan Jr.
Oh, but it pays off for El Galeón Fantasma.
Yeah, and it's 2-on-1, maybe about to be 3-on-1. This is how they work best. Oh, what a double stomp. Practically through Diego. And that raised the ire of the veterans. And this thing has completely broken down. Well, they got right in front of us. Barboza has Diego in the ring.
Diego Hill getting kicked right in the mush.
Atlantis got jumped by Defunto. And both legends at the mercy.
This is chaos, Joe.
Galeón Fantasma.
We're got a bunch of dead pirates running around, so I shouldn't be surprised.
It's divide and conquer. They're gonna make these legends walk the plank.
They've isolated Blue Panther, it seems.
Atlantis sent in now. There's a splash by Sandokan. You gotta believe Sandokan was watching that uppercut match and scouting, but you can't think about LA tonight. You gotta think about getting through this.
Blue Panther fighting back a little bit, but El Galeón Fantasma a step ahead.
Blue Panther will never stop fighting. Atlantis will never stop fighting. No question about that.
But they can't withstand a 3-on-1 attack at this age.
Panther the victim of a 3-on-1.
Blue Panther getting the blue plate special there. Full of feet.
And the referee needs to try to get some control. It should be 1 in and 2 out. But Galeón Fantasma ruling the ring. Oh, looking to make a statement to the world. Panther. Oh, we saw this to Diego on the outside. And Panther tastes it as well. That'll crack a rib. Diego back in looking to help out. Atlantis got kicked to the outside. Well, when it turns into a riot,
well,
it's advantage.
They're dominating this match at this point.
For Galeón Fantasma. And as much as Diego Hill hoped this would be a learning experience, a coming-of-age moment, oh, he may just be a victim.
Diego might be rethinking that chop he landed earlier after that one. He may not be thinking about anything after this.
They're gonna throw him overboard. All 3, Galeón Fantasma. Lord Diego Hill. That's gonna do it. And a kick out. Man, I was so impressed by the fight and this young man, Diego Hill, against KUSHIDA when he earned that MLW contract, and we're seeing that same resiliency, that tenacity that's keeping Diego Hill in this matchup against all odds.
Yeah, each member of that team is having a fight for their lives, seemingly, against El Galeón Fantasma. Blue Panther isolated earlier, Diego Hill getting it now.
That's the difference when you have a trio that spent every day together for the past year versus a trio that, while all three are very talented and two are already in the record books as all-time greats, maybe that chemistry, maybe that strategy just isn't where Galeón Fantasma has their playbook.
A little bit of miscommunication on the part of Galeón Fantasma there.
Well, that's very rare if that was what the case was, but a quick adjustment.
Might have just been creating a distraction. So it looks like it worked. Yeah. Now Atlantis in there.
Barboza may have just been waving in Defunto for more double and triple teaming.
Would you say it's safe to say that Atlantis is underwater currently?
I see what you did there, and it is true. Oh. We talked about the overhead chops, how they sting, how they break blood vessels, but they won't break the spirit of Atlantis.
Or Blue Panther, or Diego.
Yeah, you want it to be a fight in the galley? That's what.
Oh, now it's breaking down.
Whoa! Into the crowd.
Sandokan Jr. running for his life.
I'd run too. In the ring, Diego Hill on Defunto.
Diego's beating Defunto with an inch of whatever life he has left.
Sandokan got caught. Atlantis amongst his people that look up to him. Barboza's getting out of dodge.
He's starboard side. Oh. I think Atlantis tried to take my cane, but
we're all back in the confines of the guardrails, at least for now. Sandokan into the guardrail. Jeez. You can see that's solid steel that shot back on the impact.
This is chaos, Joe.
And somehow the end is we got one legal guard from each team in the ring.
Defunto thrown in the barricade on the outside by Diego Hill.
My God. Hey, this is Major League Wrestling. Styles make fights. It hits different. And Defunto's, his kidneys just hit that guardrail different, I tell you that.
El Galeón Fantasma regrouping here, it seems.
Yeah, weren't we just talking about how they were running away with this match? Boy, did that change in a hurry.
The tides have turned, so to speak, Joe.
I like when you do that.
I don't dare repeat what the crowd's yelling at El Galeón Fantasma right now.
Yeah, we can let that speak for itself. But Defunto.
How'd you fall for that, Diego?
Well, caught Diego unaware, but Diego's got incredible recuperative power. He can knock him down, but nobody in Major League Wrestling's kept him down yet. Oh, incredible. How do you scout for that? Off the rope, builds some momentum and takes Defunto over.
Try to keep him down, he's gonna kip right back up.
A second time. There's some lucha libre from Diego Hill. Takes out the vertical bait.
Oh!
Down with a double stomp. Perpetual motion is Diego Hill. My God. And now,
Barboza not having it.
Yeah, just like that, Barboza comes into play. Spoiler. Atlantis. Oh, is able to roll the momentum. Come back with it to hit us. Barboza in trouble. No, a counter. Diaz from the ropes. Atlantis is absent. Or Blue Panther, excuse me, absolutely timeless.
They both are, Joe. They both are.
No question about it. Sandokan Jr. in now.
Blue Panther almost took the earrings off Barboza with that Hurricanrana, sent him to the outside.
Oh, it's a time capsule right before our eyes. crossbody takes down Sandokan Jr. Friendly fire! A second time! Atlantis stays a step ahead! Galeón Fantasma is falling apart. It may be an abandoned ship.
They fired the cannons, and each shot missed.
Quebradoras all around.
Is it wrong if I clap, Joe?
Hey, everybody's getting caught up in the moment. Diego Hill with the exclamation point. Oh, this kid's special. You can see why Atlantis, why Blue Panther, Team Rhythm, and the Road did it.
All 6 of those guys are special, Joe. Wow.
It was Blue Panther that requested Diego be the 3rd member of the team. And what a huge aid Diego was in bringing this home for the trio. Galeón Fantasma came in with all the hype, all the wins, all the momentum as top CML Rudos. But the legends with young Diego Hill under their wing overcome and are victorious tonight. Fightland saw the Lucha Hunter Akira Kwan battle Templario for the vacant MLW World Middleweight title. When Kwan's Contra connections led to the Sentai Death Squad appearing, Don Gato put down the world's finest tequila bottle to reignite his passion for fighting, leading to Templario becoming the new middleweight champion. Now, Cesar and Salina are guests of honor at Don Gato's celebratory fiesta.
What's your status? There's a November 20th, MLW and Don Gato are going to link up in Charleston for a big show. We're going to have the Opera Cup Finals, where we're also going to have a 2-story video wall with an LED wraparound screen where every match is in its own world.
What are you talking?
Epic.
What are you talking about? How much that is gonna cost?
Oh, come on. Don't worry about that. It's just going to be awesome. I swear to you, imagine it. Just think about it.
Like a video game?
Yes.
Within the violence of MLW?
Yes.
Oh, yes. We will innovate.
Yes.
We will dash with danger. And we will drink the greatest tequila in the planet. Don Gato Tequila.
¿Quién te crees, cabrón? Listen, this is a lucha only party. So you are not one of them. You don't belong, so get out of here. Lárgate.
Escúchame. November 20th, the Lucha Dragon is coming to Charleston. So call who you want, send whoever. But if you show up, if I see you, just know you came all the way to Charleston, South Carolina to get dragged by the dragon.
This October, in the heart of Southern California, the nightmares begin. From the shadows they emerge. Predators, demons, monsters of flesh and blood. Once the Slaughterhouse opens its doors, you will never be the same. Heroes will fall, demons will rise, and the ring becomes a chamber of horrors. Dare to step inside MLW Slaughterhouse. Live and free on YouTube. For tickets, visit MLWLA.com.
The following is a 2025 Opera Cup opening round bout set for one fall with a 30-minute time limit. Introducing first from Austin, Texas, weighing in at 210 pounds, the intrepid traveler, Paul London.
You know, Tom, anytime it's Opera Cup time of year, you think to the history, the majesty, the historic
Joe, is where you find out who the very best wrestler in the world is each and every year. I, Filthy Tom Lawler, have been fortunate enough to win that Opera Cup, and I know what it takes to go through and what can come afterwards. You know, I have put myself in the annals of MLW history because of that victory. Paul London looks to do the same.
It is a long, arduous road, but you look in the face and the eyes of Paul London. He has something to prove, if to nobody else but maybe himself. And at times, you know, Tom, as an athlete, that can be your worst critic.
Accompanied to the ring by Satoshi Kojima, originally from Osaka, Japan, now residing in Mexico City, Mexico, weighing in at 238 pounds, Shigeo Okumura!
And Tom, to underscore that point, you can see the reverence, the respect. All of these athletes look upon that cup. It doesn't matter how many major global promotions you've been in. It doesn't matter how many titles, how many decades you have under your belt. Everybody looks at that Opera Cup as a lifelong goal.
Well, you have to think back to the first winner of the Opera Cup. Look at the name. Sorry, the crowd. The crowd going crazy for both these guys. Paul London and Okumura showing major respect to both of them. But the Opera Cup has been around for, 100 plus years.
Yeah.
I mean, the prestige, we're looking at 150 years of the Opera Cup almost. And some of the top wrestlers in the world had it before. Since it's come back to MLW, we've continued that legacy.
Please, yeah, absolutely. You want to sit down? We are now being joined by the one and only Satoshi Kojima. Welcome to commentary, sir.
Yeah, nice to meet you. I'm Satoshi Kojima from New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Yes, well, we all know who you are.
Do you know me?
We know you very
Thank
well.
you. All right, thank you. Please.
We love and respect you, Mr. Kojima-san.
Okay, listen.
Nice to meet you, Kojima-san.
Nice to meet you.
Filthy
All
Tom
right.
Lawler here.
All right. Oh, thank you. Oh,
wait
my
a
God. Oh, geez, good.
Wait,
I'm hungry.
You've got bread?
Yeah.
Where did this come from?
I'm sorry. I'm just hungry, you know?
No, Kojima's hungry. He's had a long flight over.
Yeah, exactly. The airplane food's probably not too good. What'd you fly?
Please, you're talking. I don't know. I don't understand.
Air Japan?
I don't understand. I don't understand. Anyway, I like bread.
Okay. Bread. I understand Paul London that kicked out.
Yeah.
And Kojima, it's great to see you and Okumura back as a team, back on the same page after that fight you had a couple months ago.
Yeah. Anyway, delicious is bread. Thank you.
I cannot argue with that point.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't understand.
You got a whole tray out here? This is how long is this going to last you?
I don't know.
Okay, I don't want to speculate.
Yeah.
Okumura and Paul London. Okumura the takedown, of course, 20 plus years in CML. Okumura, of course, a tag team champion in MLW, of course, with Kojima as well. Kojima, you're still in the Opera Cup. What happens if Okumura wins tonight and you and Okumura meet later in the tournament?
Yeah, you speak very too fast for me. I'm sorry.
Well,
I don't understand.
The action's fast, Tom Lawler.
I'm not quite sure I understand what Kojima's saying. A mouthful of bread, and now Okumura with a mouthful of 2 feet for Paul London.
Well, the winner of the Opera Cup's going to be the breadwinner. There's no question about that. Paul London, I think, has been in his own head lately, Tom. We saw him very hard on himself when he was unable to defeat Neon, both in Arena Mexico or here in the States in MLW. He got so flustered, he even pushed his friend, Paul Walter Hauser. Paul London looking to rebound tonight.
No, I mean, Neon is one of the top performers in the world, and getting a win over him is no easy feat. Paul London being in there multiple times with him, at the top of his game, going toe-to-toe with him. You know, Paul London, despite his age, I guess his experience, he can still go.
Now we've seen Okumura pull out victory after victory in his own right. Both these men are very proud warriors. Kojima is double fisting the bread right now. He's got one in each hand. There's a 2 count.
Come on, Okumura.
We know who Kojima supports.
Okay.
I need to get his nutritionist number.
I want to drink, cannot inside.
You need some water?
Yeah, cannot inside. I'm sorry.
Some water, yeah, we'll take care of you there. Kojima needs some water. I think he'll be out of bread by match 2 or 3. But Paul London gonna take a chance. Could be mushroom stomp. Okumura out of harm's way. Okumura, such poise.
Not much this veteran hasn't seen.
Oh,
It's out with it.
oh my God.
This could be all. Oh.
Kojima, a big fan of that Michinoku driver.
Yeah, I love Michinoku driver, but it doesn't break. I don't know.
Big fan of talking while he's chewing, too, but that's a whole other story.
Do we need to contact the FCC after that? What? Excuse me, Kojima?
I don't understand the English story.
Yeah, it's your fault, Tom.
I'm Japanese. I'm sorry.
I bet by Okumura, Paul London battling back.
Yeah.
Tom, can you believe this match with Paul London and Okumura is only the opening round and it's this competitive? Imagine what's to come in the later rounds. You found that out firsthand in prior years.
Yeah, a tournament like this with, this year's the expanded edition. But a tournament where you have to go through multiple rounds of the best wrestlers in the world takes its toll on you.
16 this year. Of course, there were 8 when you won, Mr. Lawler. And a tournament like this, are you thinking about the rest of the bracket, or do you have tunnel vision on your opponent tonight?
The winners aren't thinking about the rest of the bracket.
Cradle!
The winners are thinking, oh look at that, he went right to the eye.
Paul London!
No 3 counts.
I saw that too, Kojima, right in the eye of Okumura. And Okumura's got no choice but to tap out. That's not the Paul London I know.
Here is your winner by submission, advancing to the quarterfinal round of the tournament, the intrepid traveler, Paul London.
I thought he was trying to defend the submission at first, but it looked like he dug his thumb, his fingers into the eye.
Congratulations on your victory, Paul, tonight. Congratulations on this win. You move, you advance in the Opera Cup. I know that's a big achievement for you. I gotta ask, though, about what we saw a couple of months ago. It seemed like you and Paul Walter Hauser had a little...
Stop. What? Joseph, you should know better. Keep talking about the victory, man. Keep talking about the fact they just beat a legend. Huh? Talk about that. Talk about me. Talk about right now. You want to talk about all this pitter-patter crap? 2 guys in a fight get a bit aggressive. Whoa! Go figure. It happens, man. Go run to Meltzer and tell him that bullshit.
All right, I understand. Let's talk about what's next, though. You're in the Opera Cup. You've moved on. What's next for Paul London?
It don't matter what's next. What's next is going forward, man. I don't care if it's KUSHIDA or Aries. I don't care. Okay? This might be my last run, and I'm gonna make it count. I didn't come here to play nice. I came here to win!
Surely strong words coming from Paul London there, Joe. Any reaction to what he just said? I mean, he's fired up.
I looked in the eyes of Paul London. I saw an incredible focus, and it all surrounds that uppercut. It could be Paul London's. Chamber of Horrors seems right up the alley of Shotzi Blackheart, the ballsy badass. You know she'll be watching, but first, she steps into action against internationally renowned Alejandra Quintanilla in featherweight division action tonight.
MLW was built on my back.
The most famous luchador. Shotzi is here in Major League Wrestling. Lucha!
Kojima, the only thing standing between me and MLW Gold is you.
And I got bad news for you, brother. I'm on your bumper tonight. Because when you're down and out, Mr. Thomas steps in the Opera Cup. And I'm on my way to bigger and better things. But before we get there, Kojima, I have something to prove to you, the locker room, and the front office that when Mr. Thomas wants something, Mr. Thomas takes it by any means necessary.
Mr. Thomas is as daunting and intimidating as ever, but how will the 6'7" behemoth fare in a match where there's no time for error? A lightning match, a 10-minute time limit. Thomas, Kojima, tonight.
The following is a 2025 Opera Cup opening round bout, set for one fall with a 30-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Monclova, Coahuila, Mexico, weighing in at 87 kilos, Volador Jr.
Well, the Opera Cup opening round rolls on with some added lucha libre flavor. Volador Jr. for the very first time in a Major League Wrestling ring. El Depredador del Aire. He was the leader and former of that tag team, Los Depredadores, that won the MLW World Tag Team titles down in Arena, Mexico. Now the leader comes to the Major League to show everything he's taught them.
And his opponent, from Guadalajara, Mexico, weighing in at 85 kilos, this is Titan!
We've seen Titan before in Major League Wrestling. He's competed against Mystico for the middleweight title. He also win over Magnus. He is thought to be immortal. And when you look at the way this man wrestles, you see the battle scars on his chiseled body already. Titan fights like there's absolutely no stopping him.
Yeah, he wears it with pride. You can look right on his chest.
Titan, a success all over the world, part of Los Ingobernables de Japón in New Japan Pro Wrestling. A two-time welterweight champion, a trios champion down in CMLL in Mexico. And by the way, CMLL Reyes del Aire 2019 winner as well. And a former World Tag Team champion with, of all people, his opponent tonight, Volador Jr.
Yeah, Titan, I believe, actually held the last ever Los Ingobernables roll call a few months ago. So a respected competitor all across the world, not only in Mexico, but in Japan, here in the US, of course.
Well, Sandokan Jr. has earned a lot of respect as well. He'll be waiting in Los Angeles. One of these men hope to meet him.
Is he there waiting already?
Well, he may be, maybe in deep preparation, who knows? Fans respect Lucha Libre so much as all of these athletes respect the Opera Cup. Mystico was the very first luchador in the 140-plus year history to win that Opera Cup a year ago, Tom. Either of these men would love to follow in his footsteps in the history books.
Yeah, absolutely. If you look at the history of the Opera Cup, most of the winners, guys like William Muldoon, George Hackenschmidt, Stu Hart, Filthy Tom Lawler, those guys primarily mat-based wrestlers. And of course, last year, Mystico kind of breaking that mold, the first luchador. And now these luchadors look to follow in those footsteps. It was very quick, elusive footsteps of Mystico.
Yeah, and this is the kind of grappling you could have seen back in those opera houses back in the day, battling in the grueling multi-day tournaments. The best of the day fought for immortality. You mentioned the names, Muldoon, Pardello, Hackenschmidt, and Hart, who etched their names into history by triumphing over all. It's pro wrestling's oldest tournament. And Volador, quick submission attempt in the early going, down into the lateral press. Titan rolls free. You know, back in the day, wrestling wasn't held in arenas traditionally, but in opera houses, because those grand old theaters were the only venues fit to hold this kind of spectacle. Brutal physical combat unfolding not in a ring, but on a raised stage, with the drama played out under the spotlight. A sport born in theater, which every match was framed like a showdown from a Shakespearean tragedy, and it could be a tragedy for Titan if his mask is compromised. Volador is making motions towards it. We've spoken before about the deep respect held into that mask. Volador Jr. does not have his mask anymore. He has since lost that, but Titan has not. Volador can always use that mask as a mind game. We've seen it before. Titan trying to get some leverage to get out of the scissors hold. Nicely done, bridging up and out. Great neck strength and dexterity.
Yeah, not only neck strength, but also great core strength out there by Titan to be able to do that bridge, work back up, and apply the submission. And he's cranking away as Volador gets to the ropes.
You know, I became such a fan of Titan the first night I saw him on video, and that was tenfold increased the first time I saw him live here in Major League Wrestling. Titan just brings an energy with him, a recklessness with him, a danger factor with him. Titan is a man that will pull out all the stops, and Volador Jr., the veteran of 27 years, is going to have to find a way to keep Titan grounded and at bay.
Well, he's doing a good job right now by holding onto that wrist, keeping Titan away from the ropes.
Nice arm drag takedown. You saw Titan build that momentum with the leverage and a step quicker than Volador Jr. Both had the same idea. Lucha Libre excellence in the Major League.
I saw you watching that sequence very, very closely, Joe. Are you going to try to replicate that later on?
Well, maybe if I got enough Don Gato in me, I could try, but I'm not sure otherwise.
I'm not sure there's enough on the planet to get you moving like that.
Volador Jr., you can tell he's recalibrating, he's strategizing, and maybe try to slow this thing back down.
Oh, he's playing with him.
Tom, there's a much more prevalent Lucha Libre influence in 2025 versus when you won the Opera Cup in 2020. How would you have approached one of these luchadors in combat?
I would try to do what I do in every match, stick to my strengths, drag them down to the mat, not play to their game, because quite frankly, they're going to be better at it than I am.
Yeah, and someone like Titan who's good at so much and can catch you off guard in so many ways.
I would do exactly what Volador did there and stand there and watch him do those flips.
Yeah, but that's what Titan wants. He created distance, and that opens the door to quicken the pace.
He mesmerized him.
You
able to catch him off guard.
Can't stop a moving target, and Titan looks like he's got no signs of slowing down, but
speaking of moving targets, Volador getting out of the way.
Yeah, but watch Titan readjust. Realize his target had moved, and it's still moving. Nice. Step up into the Tijeras, and it's Volador the chance for an offensive explosion. Tope Suicida connects flush.
There was that, how many years did he say? 27 years of experience. We saw it play out right there.
Yeah. You always got to have your head in a swivel. There's no time to take a breather, catch a break. When you're in the ring with someone like Titan, you always got to stay in motion because Titan doesn't slow down, but unless he's forced to, which he was right there. Again, keep in mind, 20 count on the floor in Major League Wrestling. And Volador Jr. not in a hurry to get this thing back in the ring.
Oh, he's going to milk it, it looks like.
Well, I would suggest that on the outside, Volador Jr. is more dangerous than Titan.
Yeah, but he's wasting his time. He's not attacking. He could be putting the boots to him.
Maybe he's going to wait till 19 and run in and hope Titan can't recover. Now he does. That's all part of the mind game. And I'm not sure what the strategy was. Maybe he wants to keep Titan guessing. Either way, back to the offense and
he's going to the mask.
We talked about it earlier. It's desecration, it's humiliation, it's sacrilege to have your mask removed from you by force. And Volador has no respect for Titan in that regard.
Listen, I saw Titan in the back. If he takes that mask off, he will be humiliated.
What do you mean by that?
Draw your own conclusions.
Wow. Nice to see you've been doing some in-depth investigation back there. Titan gets the foot up, but got shut down right away. Volador Jr. has been arguably the main rival in Mexico of the great Místico for the past decade and a half. So Volador knows how to play all the mind games as perhaps the top Rudo in CMLL. As Titan rebounds quickly and charges through with a clothesline. Titan takes a chance. Bloodshot connects.
There's some of that recklessness he talked about earlier, his willingness to do anything. He flew out of the ring, flew back in, and he's flying out again.
Volador can't see him now. Titan explodes with that tope suicida. How much does the uppercut mean to Titan? You're seeing it play out in real time. And whether it's Volador Jr., whether it's Sandokan Jr., whether it's the entire CMLL roster, Titan looks and feels ready to plow through each and every one he may need to.
How much would it mean for Titan to be the man to carry on that Lucha legacy as the Opera Cup champion? Follow in the footsteps of Místico. Be the best wrestler on this planet.
2 count only. Now, we've seen Titan get his props from Místico. We've seen Titan named by many Lucha Libre experts to be the next up, to be the next big star. And we've seen Titan grow so much in 17 years. This could be his moment. No, double stomp, Volador Jr. out of the way. Pace quickens. Advantage the veteran. And back to the mask.
Oh, he's got to rip to shreds.
And if the mask comes off, Titan's instincts will be to protect his identity. He won't be able to defend himself.
Don't do it. I'm sitting right here.
It's a disqualification. Quite often in Mexico, I don't believe it would be here under MLW jurisdiction if the mask comes off. And you can see now the mind games. Titan's head is squarely focused on keeping the mask, what's left of it, intact, and Volador almost like he's playing with his victim.
Yeah, well, Titan now is fighting 2 opponents. He's fighting Volador Jr., he's fighting that mask.
But notice the guts of Titan, willing to get to his feet, willing to trade the strikes, and Titan feeding off of this sold-out crowd in Dallas.
I will say he's got to be worried every time he eats a strike. That mask may shift, may hinder his sight. But he seems like he's willing to fight on.
And baited in, Volador Jr. multi-strike combo, but ain't a thrust kick. Matrix counter. Jumping sidekick. Titan, no wasted time, but a counter by Volador. What a match. What an opening round. You can feel it, Tom. No
opening round?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
No disrespect to you, Tom Lawler, but as we listen in to this respect, it feels like every year the Opera Cup gets bigger, not just in participants, but in scope, in prestige, in importance, in value. These men have seen so many get to that mountaintop, from the Tom Lawlers to the Místicos. They want their spot in immortality. Titan may believe he's destined to be there. Volador may believe that it's an afterthought he'll be there. But they've got to go through one another. Something's got to give. Pulling the mask again, but Titan rebounds. Thomas. You cannot keep this luchador down. Tope con hero. You can see the incredible fearlessness on Titan. His landing well into the aisleway, but he could care less.
Adrenaline is one hell of a drug, Joe, and Titan's got it flowing through his veins right now.
We got a bilingual chant, half saying this is lucha, half saying este lucha. And Titan looking to finish it. Oh, Volador, the veteran, got the feet up, and that's the disadvantage of taking a chance that deep. Hook of the leg. And a kick out. You got to believe Volador is motivated, at least in part, to equal the success of Místico a year ago. He's been chasing him for 15 years. Probably has a better record against him than anybody. And a win over Titan could put Volador one step closer to becoming Místico's equal in the United States as well.
He better not be thinking about Místico right now.
Well, I would hope
this
not.
This is his shot. This is his shot at putting Titan away.
Well, he's thinking about ring positioning, and Titan's right in the middle. There's no way he can find a rope. And look how deeply Volador's cinching into that half crab.
He's sitting all the way back. He's got torque. Oh, Titan scrambles to the ropes.
A desperation save for Titan, but what does that do to Titan's body to bridge out of a hold cinched in so tight?
Well, I mean, he had to use all of his energy, as you can see, to jump to the ropes there while his back's being contorted, while his legs being twisted. That was a full body submission there being put on by Volador.
Sunset flip. Oh, incredible adjustment. Titan down with a lightning fast double stomp and a near fall. Volador kicks out again. You can see the fire in the eyes of Titan, the urgency in the body language. Tried to hook him in a chancery, but Volador wouldn't let it happen. Jockeying for position. Spring off into the DDT. Face first, Volador Jr. Titan looking to follow through. But gets met with a thrust kick. The backcracker connects. Volador's gonna do this. Oh!
Volador Jr. with that backcracker right on the back that he was wrenching away with on that single leg crab a minute ago.
Again, that's the importance of ring positioning. Knowing your surroundings at all times.
That was also his chance to get a win, though. He had to take that shot when he had it.
No doubt. Los Depredadores leader charging into the corner, but with about 8 or 10 strikes from Titan.
The cardio on Titan is incredible.
And how about the upper body strength to get to the top rope that way? Titan, that's a double stomp.
Did he ever?
Unbeaten one-on-one in MLW. Will Titan continue it? No, kick out. My God, what an uppercut.
Titanic stomp from the top rope. Drove his feet through the chest of Volador, almost through the canvas.
Titan can feel it coursing through his veins, and it all centers around the prestige of the Opera Cup. Volador Jr. in the clutches of Titan, but escapes. Oh, contact nearly made with the official. Oh no! Volador stole the mask. No, Titan can't defend himself, and Volador steals it.
Here is your winner, advancing to the quarterfinal round of the tournament, the Sky Hunter,
Despicable.
Volador Jr.
I've got to respect it.
Well, you talk about how far someone's willing to go. You talk about not respecting the traditions.
But this is within the rules. He's respecting the traditions of the Opera Cup.
Well, Volador Jr. doesn't respect his own damn culture. But the bottom to see Volador Jr. in the quarterfinals. And can we see Volador Jr. accomplish what Místico did a year ago? Will another luchador join the 140-plus year lineage of the Opera Cup in 2025? Volador Jr. is only 3 wins away.
You know, there was a time that I really believed in this sport. I believed in pro wrestling. Fought for respect. Hell, I really tried to elevate this place. I really cared. So why'd I do what I did to Mads? That's simple. I was supposed to be next. I was supposed to be next. See, when I fought Matt Riddle, I wasn't supposed to be fighting Matt Riddle. I was supposed to be fighting the heavyweight champion. But of course, it was just a matter of time till crackhead Matt burned out before he crashed, before he lost it. And now what does Cesar Duran have to say about it? Oh, amigo, now's not a good time. It's like, what did all those years get me? What did all my sacrifice get me? What did all giving my all to this company get me? Everyone's afraid to admit the truth. It's just a bunch of politics. It's just a bunch of lies. It's just a bunch of everyone afraid to admit that I'm the best around here. I deserve the championship, so I am taking this into my own hands. I'm not waiting around. I'm not waiting for Cesar Duran. I'm not waiting for permission. I am taking what is mine. It's time that everybody around here remembers who the fucking alpha is.
Hammerstone has his eyes on the MLW world title, but the new champion, Mads Kruger, is not the type to be intimidated. He goes one-on-one with St. Laurent's Bishop Dyer, still to come tonight.
I have a question. Do you know who's always trying to have cool times? I'll give you a hint. I'm looking at him right now. That supreme motherfucker right there knows that the club is a state of mind. And the guest list, it's wide open.
Dismantle you, brick by brick, starting with the stone of the foundation. My rise to the top of MLW is now. Hail, Contra!
The following fight is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, originally from El Salvador, now residing in Dallas, Texas, Alejandra Quintanilla.
Listen, I'm not going to pretend to have any sympathy towards St. Laurent, and if he's too injured to be out here when Bishop Dyer meets Mads Kruger, that could cause a major ripple effect in the MLW main event scene. But I am also excited about the ripple effect that Alejandra Quintanilla could create. A star all over the world. She calls herself La Leona, the Lion, and has been making a major roar throughout the world, recently debuting for Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling.
Ballsy badass, Shotzi.
necessarily ideal. Still had a broken ulna in her left arm, but still found a way to emerge victorious over Ava Everett. And you can tell back at Summer of the Beast, Shotzi fell in love with the featherweight division her first night here.
Yeah, she not only fell in love with the featherweight division, but the fans continued their love for Shotzi Blackheart. As you can hear.
Well, Shotzi made her intentions known. She wants all the best and brightest from across the world. That includes Yuki Kamifuku. That includes Shoko Nakajima. And anyone else you can name, the ballsy badass with her battle cry of the wolf. She always lives life on the edge, loves to take dares, loves to take risks, and certainly the competitive nature of the featherweights is right up her alley. But it's the chance of Alejandra Quintanilla to play spoiler tonight. La Leona is what she calls herself. That pride of the lion, the toughness of the lion. She grew up very poor, without a lot of basic things that you or I may take for granted. It has been survival of the fittest, in her words, her entire life. And she brings that same tenacity to the ring, and it's really helped her achieve big things in very, very tense situations.
Yeah, well, that sort of upbringing, you know, what exactly were you going to be scared of? You know, you've seen pretty much everything. You've seen some of the worst things that go on the planet. Getting in there and being able to compete, I mean, that seems like a good prospect to me.
No question. Nice takedown. And Shotzi Blackheart in full control in the early going. Said back at Summer of the Beast that Kamifuku lit the match that's setting the featherweights on fire. And certainly Shotzi wanted to be here to be a part of it all. Quintanilla breaks the side headlock, nicely done. And Shotzi able to create some distance, come through that shoulder tackle. But check out Alejandra Quintanilla right back up to her feet.
A little bit of unorthodox offense there from Shotzi using the ropes, but as we mentioned, Alejandra's been around the world.
Shotzi, nice elbow drop into the cover. Looks like there may be a little bit of a soft cast still on that ulna, but as far as I am aware, she's got a clean bill of health. She's cleared to be here and giving you everything she's got. Nicely done. The leg drop to the lower abdomen, and Quintanilla is feeling it.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a good look at that left hand, that left arm. And you're right, it does appear to be a soft cast, you know. Shotzi obviously still feeling the effects from that injury, but you can use that as to your advantage a little bit.
Time will tell if physically or psychologically that plays a factor, but right now it's Quintanilla charging through. We talked about the dangerous upbringing of Quintanilla. Her family moved from El Salvador at age 13. Tiger feign kick didn't connect. Shotzi measuring her opposition. Quintanilla moved at 13 because her family wanted to escape gang violence and give her a better life, better opportunity.
A beautiful roll into a crucifix. Now it's looked like she's locked up a spider clutch, reminiscent of Mariko Yoshida. She's got the arm locked, wrenching on that right shoulder. But Quintanilla gathering some energy from the crowd, able to fight out of it, but Shotzi turns the tides quickly. Counter to the counter.
Quintanilla bases her career here in the Dallas, Texas area. A lot of friends, family, and fans who have watched her grow up in this sport to support her. Shotzi may have to be the away team. Discus forearm, however, will change the move. Quintanilla made her debut for Tokyo Joshi Pro this past July, right here in Dallas. I was proud to be on hand for that one. She went one-on-one with Moka Miyamoto, who we've seen here in an MLW ring in the past. So Quintanilla turning eyes all over the world, but it's Shotzi looking to turn the head with the knees, with the snapmare, and right back to that submission hold.
You can see Shotzi kind of shifted her attack, started going after the head and neck. after she applied the submission a minute ago, got back up, attacked it with more strikes, and right back to wrenching on the shoulder. Quintanilla moves to the ropes. I don't know if they're tied up there or if Shotzi was holding it a little bit long, but all within the rules.
Yeah, got the 4.9 seconds, as it were, to break, and Quintanilla back with that modified bulldog, and you're seeing some of that ferocity, some of that La Leona temper coming out.
Might have worked against Shotzi there. Quintanilla seems like she had a little bit of time to formulate a game plan.
To the temple, could be all. Shotzi rolls the left shoulder.
Fired off a series of offense and almost got the win.
Yeah, and this crazy, fiery Latina gonna bring her best out now. It could be time to cinch in for the biggest win of her career if she can put away Shotzi. But Shotzi counters, gets out of it with that neck breaker. Quintanilla may have been setting up for the Lion's Prey or signature maneuver, but we'll never know. Shotzi able to get on top, and again, a near fall as the 2 counts get longer, but both athletes still in the fight.
Yeah, and you can see the toll that Shotzi's offense has taken on Quintanilla's neck, and that toll is only going to grow larger and larger after that suplex in the corner.
Yeah, that's great positioning by Shotzi. To your point, Tom, dropped her attention in the back of that neck to keep the focus on where it's been the past several minutes. And a little hook kick by Quintanilla, and this did not work earlier. Quintanilla, a redemption attempt with a tiger feint kick. Gotta believe whoever wins this could be right in line for a featherweight title match, or certainly climb several spots up the rankings. Quintanilla went high risk, and Shotzi, since she was in danger, and pounced. Modified iconoclasm took Quintanilla down as Shotzi. Oh, Shotzi likes to go senton, has a few different weapons in her arsenal from the top turnbuckle. Quintanilla knows that urgency in her body language to bridge that distance.
Yeah, both women realize this could be a turning point in this match. Oh.
Yeah, nowhere to land that feels good unless you got control of your faculties. Shotzi does. The gourd buster gives way to a huge senton. Shotzi Blackheart remains undefeated in MLW.
Here's your winner, the ballsy badass, Shotzi Blackheart.
Well, Tom, every time we see her, Shotzi gets stronger. Every time we see her, Shotzi gets more and more familiar with the lay of the land of the Major League. And I have a feeling as good as Shotzi looked tonight, we have not seen how great she'll be.
Every time we see her, she gets more and more impressive. New wrinkles to her game, a great submission game, a great attack on the upper body. Puts Quintanilla away with one of the gnarliest sentons I've seen in ages. Just crushed her, left her organs on the mat, and got the victory.
Ballsy badass, another statement win here in Major League Wrestling.
This October, in the heart of Southern California, the nightmares begin. From the shadows they emerge. Predators, demons, monsters of flesh and blood. Once the Slaughterhouse opens its doors, you will never be the same. Heroes will fall, demons will rise, and the ring becomes a chamber of horrors. Dare to step inside MLW Slaughterhouse. Live and free on YouTube. For tickets, visit MLWLA.com.
Moments ago, our cameras captured Mads Krule, Kruger, and Contra attacking St. Laurent. No doubt a message to the skyscrapers ahead of Kruger's matchup with Bishop Dyer later tonight. We understand Dyer and Donovan Dijak are standing by with their reaction.
Kruger, you big son of a bitch. How dare you attack our manager? We are gonna make you pay the ultimate price when you go out there. When you go out there for that match, I'm gonna be with you. Let's go. Nobody is gonna stop us.
Kruger, listen up. You started something you won't be able to finish. You're gonna climb in that ring tonight, and I'm playing for keeps. You'll be lucky to escape with your head still attached to your body.
Skyscrapers, we rise, they crumble.
Dijak has been tossed the world title. St. Laurent's been taken out. Just when it seemed like CONTRA Unit had all the cards, do the Skyscrapers have a wild card? We'll find out when Kruger and Dyer go one-on-one. Still to come.
The following fight is a lightning match set for one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing first, to be accompanied to the ring by Okumura. From Kotoku, Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at 238 pounds, Satoshi Kojima!
Hey, wait a minute! Satoshi Kojima set for his lightning round match with Mr. Thomas, and Thomas was laying in wait, ready to attack. Where is this coming from?
What is Mr. Thomas doing?
Thomas not waiting for a bell, not waiting for an entrance, not waiting for anything. Thomas seizing the moment and just laid out perhaps the greatest world champion in MLW history.
Hey, this is not how you make a statement, Mr. Thomas. This is not the way.
It's not, but it's what Mr. Thomas has chosen to do. This is a lightning match. Once again, 10-minute time limit. And Thomas is not looking to lose all 10. Oh, man, almost beat him. Almost beat Kojima in seconds. Imagine what that would look like in the record book.
Certainly the biggest win of Mr. Thomas's career. One of the biggest wins anybody could ever have. Putting Kojima away quickly like that. Disrespecting the legend.
Well, listen, we all respect and love Kojima, but when that competitive fire gets burning, it's decision time, and Mr. Thomas just made his decision, and a lot of these fans like and respect Mr. Thomas. 2 count only, but you know what? That doesn't necessarily mean Mr. Thomas is immune to taking shortcuts, and that was clear evidence.
We've seen these two battle against each other. We've seen them on the same side. And Mr. Thomas decided today was going to be his day.
Mr. Thomas, I've said it before, he may be one win, one moment away from changing his career. And we've seen him in honor where we see him getting those blistering chops. Kojima unloading. And that's some penance to be paid. And Kojima follows through. Kojima got superpowered by all that bread at the announce desk earlier and comes down with the elbow. Will this be enough? 2.5. You know, Tom, we've seen Mr. Thomas show up big in Battle Riot, in the Gravity Gamble, in the Scramble 6. Thomas goes above and beyond, but one note that I am aware of, Mr. Thomas is an alternate in this year's Opera Cup tournament. He is an alternate. Is Thomas's goal to take Kojima out of the field because Kojima is a quarterfinalist? There's a cover.
I mean, surely Thomas is trying to get the win first and foremost, but if he can injure Kojima on the way, if he can take him out, if he can beat him up to the point that Kojima can't continue, I mean, that's...
Well, Kojima looking for a cutter as we hit about 7.5 minutes left in the 10-minute time limit. Of course, this is a very offensive-minded, match type, the lightning match. And Thomas a release suplex gets 2.5. And certainly, if you win a matchup like this, you're fast-tracked up the top 10 rankings. To get a win is great. To get a win in under 10 minutes, that is a major statement. Tom, talk about the strategy. Any other lightning match we've seen in MLW has been with middleweights, has been with quicker, smaller athletes. How does the strategy change with men the size of Kojima and Thomas as we go past 7 minutes remaining?
The strategy is completely different for these guys. Every single blow, every single can put the other one away.
Huge splash!
And Mr. Thomas almost just did that. With guys these size, Joe, every shot could be a knockout blow. You don't have to land 10 moves in a row. You don't have to do 10 techniques to get the win. You could hit the other guy one time. Whoa. You can hit him one time with your fist. You can hit him one time with the buckle.
While Thomas removes the turnbuckle pad, referee Frank Gastineau was checking on Kojima. He didn't see that.
Yeah, Mr. Thomas is complaining to Gastineau that Kojima pulled his hair.
Oh, come on. Well, we talk about Mr. Thomas and those goals of hurting Kojima, taking him out of the Opera Cup. It looks like that's exactly his goal.
Maybe he wants to win that Opera Cup and get a sponsorship deal in Turkey. I don't know.
Oh! Back first, but Kojima out of the way! And Thomas went jaw first into the steel. Kojima hits a cozy cutter. Kojima gonna put him up. What the hell? Thomas kicking out and barely won. This physical specimen will not die. But the Naruto may change the message. What a win! Kojima!
Here's your winner, Satoshi Kojima!
Mr. Thomas had a clear and concise battle plan. And while Kojima wears the wounds of the war of the lightning match, the most decorated athlete in MLW history comes out with his hand raised and maintains his spot in the Opera Cup quarterfinals.
Kojima looking to add another trophy to his long legacy. New Japan champion, All Japan champion, Noah champion, MLW champion. It seemingly never ends for this man, and he continues on in the Opera Cup.
Imagine what happens if he adds the Opera Cup to that storied list of accolades at Slaughterhouse, Los Angeles. It's Kojima, Bishop Dyer in the quarterfinal round. Kojima could add the Opera Cup to his already overflowing trophy case. The pageantry of Kojima gives way to the brutality that'll take place between Mads Krule, new MLW World Champion, and Bishop Dyer. They are one-on-one, still ahead tonight. But up next, after 6 years away, Austin Aries returns to the MLW ring in an Opera Cup first round match with Kushida next.
MLW was built on my back.
The most famous luchador. Stop it! Shotzi is here in Major League Wrestling. Lucha! Earlier tonight, our cameras captured Contra focusing in on their latest target, St. Laurent. And while most would have no sympathy for St. Laurent based on his past behavior, it does beckon the question how St. Laurent's absence could affect tonight's main event with Mads Krule and Bishop Dyer. Breaking news! Earlier this week, Blue Panther dethroned Ultimo Guerrero to become the new MLW National Openweight Champion. It went down at Arena Mexico in a title fight hosted by CMLL. We will have more on this story on MLW's Instagram, TikTok, and on MLW.com.
The following is a 2025 Opera Cup opening round bout set for one fall with a 30-minute time limit. Introducing first from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, weighing at 202 pounds, the king of controversy, Austin Aries.
Well, a man who never shies away from speaking his mind here on commentary or anywhere he goes. Tom, you and I found out in real time Austin Aries was part of the Opera Cup tournament.
Yeah, I'm wondering, did Austin Aries give himself that moniker, the king of controversy?
I can see the surprise on some of your faces. Did Austin Aries go away? Wasn't Austin Aries canceled? What's Austin Aries doing back in MLW? Well, I can assure you, after everything I've accomplished in my career, 25 years, world titles across the globe, I did not come back here because I needed to. I came back because professional wrestling needs me to. I'm ready to sit back and watch this great sport get watered down with imposters, with pretenders, with a bunch of grown men in costumes cosplaying as pro wrestlers. It's gotten to the point where most of you fans don't know what a real pro wrestler looks like anymore. You don't understand what the magic and the art of this is supposed to feel like. So if you forgot, I'm here to remind you. If you never knew, I'm here to educate you. And there's no better place to start than by being the best of the best and winning the 2025 Opera Cup. And if it ruffles some feathers, too bad. If you don't like it, it's your problem. Because the king of controversy, Austin Aries, is here to show you the truth. I am the last real magician of professional wrestling. So sit back, pay attention, and enjoy the show.
Aries unfiltered as per usual.
His opponent from Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at 1.21 gigawatts, the Time Splitter, KUSHIDA!
Well, tough job for Austin Aries because KUSHIDA is tournament tested. Super Junior Tournament, New Japan, number 12 and 14, the 2016 J Cup. You want to talk about a decorated junior heavyweight over in Japan? I'm not sure of anybody, not just of his era, but maybe all time, compared to the resume of KUSHIDA.
Yeah, I'd also like to add he's an undefeated mixed martial arts fighter before he did all that as well. So KUSHIDA knows many disciplines and he knows many championships. And he wants that 2025 Opera Cup to add to that trophy case. But and so does Austin Aries, clearly.
Yeah. Hell of a hard-earned win last time we saw KUSHIDA over Diego Hill, the newest signee to Major League Wrestling.
It really brought the best out of Diego Hill.
And KUSHIDA will have to bring out the best out of himself, or else Austin Aries will make him. Austin has not been a full-time competitor on this level for quite some time. Last time we saw him in an MLW ring was in 2019, 6 years ago. Aries scored wins over the likes of Ace Austin and Brian Pillman Jr. But Aries has not had a matchup in a high-pressure situation like this since then. Tom, what does that do to a fighter's mentality?
Well, to a normal, sane person, it may take a toll on him, but I mean, Austin Aries is somebody who has extreme confidence. Despite being out for years and years at this high of a level, I'm sure he knows that he can still go. He doesn't need to do it every single day. He's done it for years and years, and he needs to be at his best tonight.
Aries is in immaculate physical shape. Probably looks better than he did last time I saw him in a ring. Certainly a proud, strict vegan diet lifestyle. Lends itself to his focus on health and fitness, and right now his focus on the knuckle lock test of strength with KUSHIDA. We know the winner of this matchup will go on to face Paul London in the quarterfinal rounds. That will take place live in Los Angeles, Slaughterhouse, Saturday, October 4th. And Aries will test that neck strength, see if he can bridge, keep his shoulders off the canvas.
Showing off that vegan muscle. Working his way back up there.
Nicely done. Aries has always been so technically precise in everything he does. He's never been the biggest. He's never been the heaviest. He has certainly, more often than not, been the most technically sound. A former world champion in his travels. A man who's been all over this world. Every company you can think of, he has been there. He has fought for all of their titles.
He said more often than not, he's the most technically sound in there, but I'm not sure you can say that against KUSHIDA, although he is controlling the action right now. Drops the knee on that arm.
Well, I think it's a smart move by Aries to do early on, because you think about the hoverboard lock, you think about the Kushida lock, you think about how much Kushida relies on strength in the arm to utilize his submission arsenal.
Yeah, and Kushida also, he attacks his opponent's arms a lot. That relies on your own grip, and the more Austin Aries can injure his arms, take away that grip, the less effective Kushida is going to be, especially later on in the match.
And as soon as Aries felt himself in harm's way, immediately the salvation of the ropes. Aries been here, what, some 25 years, maybe a little bit more. He knows where he is in a ring at any given time.
Kushida pulls guard, goes for an Imanari roll.
And you're not going to see that kind of counter in MMA. Kushida gives it right back. You mentioned it a moment ago, Mr. Lawler, 6-0-2 MMA record. Kushida before he even got into pro wrestling, and he has not forgotten any of those techniques that made him undefeated. He's only added to that arsenal, increased that tool belt, and I don't think there's a style that Kushida cannot hang or surpass an opponent with. And a vicious shoulder tackle, show you some of that power.
Yeah, we've seen him in there. Technical wrestlers with luchadors, powerhouses.
And Aries blocked it.
He got the forearms up.
Kushida loves that hip lock, drop kick combo.
I guess that was one of those magic tricks Austin Aries was talking about there. Pulled that one out of the hat.
Well, hey, the thing is, you were sitting up here with me, Tom. Austin Aries, that entire time after that Opera Cup announcement, he was taking notes on every single person he was calling a match for, and no doubt Aries made note of Kushida, especially knowing that the bracketing would lead to this matchup tonight.
Yeah, you can say what you want about Austin Aries, but he is an intelligent individual. He's going to put himself in a position to win this match as best he can, and if he can use his intellect to do it.
And there, yeah, Kushida with a block.
Turnabout is fair play.
That was an old Austin Aries staple. The headstand and the drop kick out of the scissors, and Kushida says, you're not the only one that did your homework.
I don't know if they were both speaking English there, but that was universal.
It absolutely was. When Austin Aries gets involved, a lot of times respect goes out the window. Aries taking over on Kushida, the southpaw unloading. And if this turns into a down and dirty fight, it may be advantage Austin Aries to, well, whatever you want to say about him, the way he thinks, his lack of scruples, one way or another, Austin Aries may just know a lot more shortcuts than Kushida does.
Yeah, some would say he's morally corrupt in the ring.
Ooh. That's what really just angers so many people. He's so good, he's so smooth and fluid, is Austin Aries. Into the cover, and Kushida kicks out quickly. But Aries uses a lot of those tactics as a crutch, as a safeguard, but Aries by himself, one of the absolute best anywhere, if you're looking over the past 20-plus years, no question.
Yeah, and a lot of what he does is mind games. You know, he does it to get under the skin of his opponent, to get under the skin of the fans, to rile them up and use it to his advantage.
Aries, modified crossface, and that can do a lot of damage, right, Tom? It can constrict the breathing, potentially do damage to the nose.
Yeah, no, I'm not quite sure what Austin Aries' game plan is here. I'm not sure if he's going to try to put him away with a brain buster. He's going to look for a submission or strikes.
That's the thing, he can do it all. He can do brain buster, he can do last chancer, he can do 450 splash. He's won big match situations with all of them multiple times, but Kushida wants to make sure we don't even have to ask that question. Maybe it's what move will Kushida use to advance to the second round and call London, but Aries buries the knee.
Moves right into the abdominal stretch.
Aries illegally had that top rope, and Kushida counters. Second time's the charm.
You know, Aries has some MMA experience in his own right. He trained at the UFC Institute under Frank Mir, and that's what's helped him a lot in this matchup. Go hold for hold with Kushida, but as this matchup opens up into more of a striking game, Kushida channels Yoshihiro Tajiri. A man we've seen in the middleweight division before, atop the middleweight division in MLW. And with a stacked division as it is, add these men in, wait a minute, hoverboard lock. And Aries pulls the gear of Kushida, desperation escape.
Once Kushida locks on that hoverboard lock, if he can get his hands grasped together, that could be the end of the match.
I think we were seconds away from seeing that, and Austin Aries could feel that. Kushida built that momentum.
I wonder if Frank Mir taught him to escape there.
Oh, Aries was looking for that drop kick in the corner. Kushida had it countered, takes the arm. Hoverboard lock, no! Back in the future! Aries counters, brainbuster, but Kushida got the knee to the head.
Both men feeling the effects from this battle. And right back to the strikes.
It's Aries, the southpaw.
Yeah, if you're not used to the strikes coming at that different angle, they can catch you off guard.
I think that's Kushida's case now. Trying to recalibrate. Discus forearm connects. Aries uses the momentum to battle back at Kushida. Hits high, and this is what the Opera Cup, this is what Major League Wrestling is all about.
The crowd showing their appreciation. I don't know if these guys think being in this battle is awesome.
Well, I guarantee Austin Aries is going for points. 4 stars. He's there for a win, but he got caught.
He caught the arm of the Jujikatame. And Aries gets his feet on the ropes.
My God. How close can you get? Aries worked for so long to get to this point. And that's one of so many ways Kushida can stop you. Aries almost in the fetal position on that bottom rope.
Yeah, but he's buying time. He's smart. He went to the outside. And now, even if Kushida locks out a submission, what's going to happen? He's got to get him back in the ring.
That's true. Aries is favoring that left arm, and that's his damn. Whoa, wait a minute. Cinching in the hoverboard lock. No, Aries counters. Oh, they're in dangerous, precarious territory. Kushida, the kick right to the damaged arm. Wrenching the. No! Aries pushes Kushida. Kushida hit that. The steel turnbuckle behind the bolt. And the neck breaker across the ring cable. Here's some Austin Aries offense. Heat-seeking missile. Austin Aries, I want to say turning back the hands of time, but let's be honest, Aries, just because we haven't seen him doesn't mean he hadn't been in this great a shape this entire time. I don't think he's ever let up.
Yeah, maybe he's been living at the Performance Institute with Frank Mir. Oh!
Kushida!
He wasn't prepared for that, though, all that time out.
Handspring drop kick.
Left him vulnerable.
You got a 20 count on the floor in MLW. Oh, what a plunger! Wait a minute! The cross arm breaker.
Oh, Aries is happened. Aries is tapping out.
It doesn't count. It's got to be inside the ring. It's got to be inside the ring. Aries looking to counter. A win like this means so much in the Opera Cup, and you've got to do it between the ropes. But Aries, that's the last chancery. The last chancery on Kushida. But again, it's not legal on the outside.
Each man willing to go to great lengths. He saw Kushida put his life at risk, leaping off the top rope.
Tom, these
trying to win this Opera Cup.
These men have pulled out all stops to try to get past just the opening round of the Opera Cup. 140 plus years of history. Your name could be an immortality. It
you get a victory through the entire field. And Kushida has the opening in his very first Opera Cup to seal the deal with a hoverboard lock from the top. What the hell? Wow.
And Aries is going to the eye. He got his fingers to the eyes.
We saw that with Paul London earlier. The Austin Aries special. He always advocates for the eyes at Kushida. His face smacked off the turnbuckle. No way to protect himself from Aries' drop kick. Oh, Kushida can't see, but he can damn sure feel the impact of the Austin Aries brain buster. Aries is in the quarterfinals.
Forget not being able to see. He might not have a head after that.
To the quarterfinal round of the tournament, the king of controversy, Austin Aries.
I hate to say it, Joe. I absolutely hate to say it. But maybe there was magic behind Austin Aries. Maybe he did have something up that sleeve.
Listen, I'm not going to advocate for a lot of things Austin Aries says out here at the broadcast desk, but I am going to say that was a hell of a match with these two men, and I would have loved to see it without the A-double special into the eyes, but no matter how you slice it, it's Austin Aries and Paul London coming up next week in Los Angeles. What a return story it could be for Austin Aries, the king of controversy. He's nothing like anyone else that's held that Opera Cup. He's a completely different breed, but his name could be alongside legends with a few more wins. The tension between CONTRA Unit and St. Laurent's camp has built for months, and it's all surrounded the MLW World Title. New champion Mads Krule one-on-one with Bishop Dyer for the first time ever. It's next.
Did you see that, everybody? First round's done. Austin Aries advances. Opera Cup. I want to let you know it. What's up, Paul? Well, no. Let me give some of that to you. No, mine's louder. Good match. Oh, congratulations.
Congratulations to you, man.
I hope you were taking notes.
I don't take notes. Cliff notes. But I don't take good notes of what you would think. I don't take school notes.
We'll see how good those notes are next week. First time ever, Paul. Los Angeles, you and me.
First time ever, man. Los Angeles. There's anything but...
I know you got this new gimmick, this washed up Elvis Presley right before he died. Let me tell you something. You better lay off the old peanut butter and banana sandwiches before next week, you know.
Let me ask you something, man. Have you ever had peanut butter and jelly with banana? I like to call it a PBBJ sandwich.
Let me tell you the problem with peanut butter, Paul. It leaves your mouth a little dry. You know, you need a little bit of water. You need a little water now.
Welcome to the MLW Slaughterhouse Control Center, presented by Don Gato Tequila. Get your tickets now at MLWLA.com and Eventbrite. Saturday night, October 4th, Long Beach Thunder Studios Arena, live on YouTube and beIN Sports. It's Slaughterhouse. And what a clash we have lined up. Two of MLW's franchise players collide for the first time ever. Alex Hammerstone had secured a world title fight with Matt Riddle, but when Riddle lost the championship at Fightland, Hammerstone's shot collapsed. Now, bitter and enraged, Hammerstone is holding Riddle accountable. Will the rude dude Matt Riddle bounce back with a win, or will Hammerstone's fury crush him before he can rebound? October 4th, Long Beach, it's Riddle versus Hammerstone in a battle for pride, payback, and future title contention. And there will be featherweight gold on the line. The champion, Big Kaiju Shoko Nakajima, a tiny titan who hits like a monster, defends against the radiant but dangerous Himawari. From musical stage lights to MLW spotlights, she's turned charisma into chaos. It's Kaiju Power versus Sunflower Fury, and it could steal the show come October 4th. The 2025 Opera Cup quarterfinals go down live with 4 blockbuster matches. Paul London versus Austin Aries, Volador Jr. versus Sandokan Jr., Bishop Dyer versus Satoshi Kojima, and Místico versus Ultimo Guerrero. If championships weren't enough, history itself takes center stage. The Opera Cup's rich tradition continues as the 16-man tournament enters the quarterfinals. Místico versus Guerrero has packed arenas with over 20,000 fans in Mexico. And now Los Angeles gets it this Saturday night. Volador Jr., Lucha's skywalking superstar, takes flight against the plundering pirate Sandokan Jr., who's out to raid the Opera Cup by any means necessary. London and Aries collide in a battle of honor versus toxicity. And Bishop Dyer, one half of the Skyscrapers, faces Japanese legend Satoshi Kojima for the very first time. Titles, tournaments, chaos. Now let's add masks, mystery, and maybe a few too many shots of tequila. Hide your secrets, pour the tequila. Don Gato will be in the house. But where legends walk, terror lurks. And the Chamber of Horrors is waiting. From the darkest corners of wrestling's past, the Thing of Nightmares returns. Since the early 90s, the Chamber of Horrors has haunted those brave or foolish enough to enter its steel walls. And now the stakes have never been higher. The MLW World Heavyweight Championship will be defended inside wrestling's most sinister battleground as Mads Krule Kruger takes on all comers in the Chamber of Horrors. Matthew Justice, C.W. Anderson, Mr. Thomas, and mystery participants join the chaos. The screams of the past still echo, and on October 4th, Long Beach will hear them again. And don't miss the Fan Expo, starting at 5 p.m. for all ticket holders. Buy one-of-a-kind items used in matches, meet a who's who of MLW, and enjoy the best tequila in the game with Don Gato Tequila pouring all night long. You can even meet the legendary luchador and all the stars of Major League Wrestling. Get your tickets now, MLWLA.com and Eventbrite, Saturday night, October 4th, Long Beach, Thunder Studios Arena, live on YouTube, and be in sports, it's MLW in Slaughterhouse.
The following fight is set for one fall with a 30-minute time limit. Introducing first, to be accompanied to the ring by the Disruptor, Donovan Dijak from Kansas City. Weighing in at 285 pounds, he is the co-holder of the MLW World Tag Team Championship, one half of the Skyscrapers, Bishop Dyer.
No St. Laurent in tow due to the attack of CONTRA earlier tonight, but as successful as the Skyscrapers have been since they formed and beat Los Depredadores for the tag team titles in New York City, we know the Skyscrapers and CONTRA have been butting heads for many months because they all have the same goal of MLW World Title dominance.
Well, that's the same goal everybody in that locker room has, Joe. It's just those groups go about it a little bit differently, don't they?
All right, Kruger. You crossed the line that there is no going back from. You took out St. Laurent like a little coward punk that you are. So now I'm gonna do what I do best, and I'm gonna stomp that stupid mask of yours through the back of your skull. Kruger, you want to attack St. Laurent?
the greatest manager who has ever lived. Our manager, you want to attack him, drop him? You are nothing but a coward, nothing but a scumbag, just like all these scumbags here in Dallas. What's that? Cowards, scumbags, cowards, scumbags, just like that big, tall, Frankenstein-looking bitch. Get your ass out here right now so we can disrupt, destroy, repeat.
Well, nobody disrupts and destroys quite like CONTRA Unit.
His opponent.
Representing CONTRA Unit, standing 7 feet tall.
They're gonna get their wish. Here we go.
Here we go. Dijak and Kruger have been at one another's throats for many months now. But Dijak, the backup of Bishop Dyer, and this hasn't even gotten underway, and we need everybody in the place to hold them apart.
There's not a person here that's going to be able to stop these two. There's not 10 people.
Oh, we're just a week away in Los Angeles. Kruger will defend his prize. Kruger will enter the Chamber of Horrors. But what condition will he be in if Dyer and Dijak have their way?
Listen, Kruger's a monster. He's a maniac. But what's he coming out here alone for? You got to be smarter than that.
And this is not a match. Dijak and Dyer still be double teamed.
Where's the security? Security backed off. They ran away. Can we get somebody out here?
Well, they're intimidated just like we all are out here. He's a bunch of loose cannons. And it's a double choke slam to Kruger.
Get in there. What are you looking at, guys? Come on.
And absolutely nobody's safe. Look out. CONTRA has pushed these men, the skyscrapers, over the edge. Oh my God, Kruger from the ashes. My God, how does he do it? It's like he feels no pain. With one hand, Dijak to the outside. Down goes Dyer. And it is a dire situation as these men continue to fight. Follow-away slam.
Kruger clear of the ring by himself.
Kruger, a one-man CONTRA army, a one-atrocity CONTRA army, as he lays waste to the skyscrapers. There are bodies everywhere, and Mads Kruger is the one left standing. Could this be what it looks like in a week's time in the Chamber of Horrors?
Be careful what you ask for, skyscrapers.
Kruger,
he's not done.
Is on a hunt. He may chase the skyscrapers all the way to Los Angeles. Kruger needs to be caged, and he will be in Los Angeles. Right there, that's Hammerstone. Hammerstone with another chair shot. The Kruger's back. Oh, CONTRA Unit is dangerous as hell, but Hammerstone is a one-man army. What's it gonna be like at Slaughterhouse this week?
Right.